What's poppin', y'all? I don't know what kind of spellcaster Drake must be for him to be getting family members to turn on each other, because that's what it seems like happened. Because after the Roots picnic, when Jay-Z went on stage, dropped that freestyle, dropping bars at everybody, which I love the freestyle, but we need music, Jay. We need music. Like, please just drop the song, like leak the song, something like that, so it doesn't seem like you're officially dropping and dissing. I want to enjoy some new Jay-Z music. It's been too long since we've gotten Jay-Z music. With that being said, there was a rumor going around that started off with Tasha K, where she said, "Whoa, just got word that Jay-Z allegedly kicked Rory and Mal out of his section at the Roots picnic. He allegedly told them, 'I thought you both were Drake fans,' then proceeded to kick them out. This is bad news considering they are Rock Nation talent, signed to him. Everything is allegedly, even my name is allegedly." Now keep in mind, Tasha K is the one that lost the lawsuit against Cardi B, where she was spreading these rumors around Cardi B's like STD and STI results, which turned out to be false, and she decided to fight Cardi B on it, and Cardi B gave her multiple chances to revoke these statements. So Tasha K, while she does get a lot of accurate gossip and news ahead of other people, it's a toss-up. It's you don't know what you're going to get. But the reason why I had responded to her was because the couple of first bars that I heard on Jay-Z's freestyle, I thought he was talking about Maul. Because he said, "I steal on you suckers, I maul on you." And I was like, yeah, this was one of the early bars in Jay-Z's freestyle. And if this story is true that Tasha K is saying, then it might have actually been towards Maul, because Maul has been one of Drake's, I wouldn't say mouthpieces. I don't say he speaks for Drake, but Drake speaks to him a lot. And when Push-Ups came out, he gave some hints before Push-Ups even came out. So during the beef, Maul got a lot more information than academics. I can assure you of that. And I initially thought Maul was catching a bar because of that. But there's also that familial connection with Jay-Z in the past. And when we're talking about family, there were three co-founders of Rockefeller Records. It was Kareem Biggs Burke, it was Jay-Z, and it was Dame Dash. Dame Dash completely out of the picture. They're not cool at all. Biggs, Kareem Burke, is Maul's brother. So that's where that connection comes in. And Maul has always been tight with The Rock, with Jay, has only spoken good of him. And Rory's always been a big Jay-Z fan. I think he might have even worked for Rock Nation at a certain point. Don't quote me on that, because he used to do a lot of events in the Northeast, Jersey, New York. So I thought, and then somebody also made the point where he said, he was talking about Marlo from The Wire. So if he's talking, I wouldn't put it past Jay to be talking about Marlo, Maul, as in like Maul from Rory and Maul as in attack, because what Maul's people? A bear? Where are bears at? A lot of bears are in the ice. That Iceman. I think the last Iceman one is a reach. But I think Marlo and Maul is not too far apart. So the first thing that Maul would do is respond and let her know that, hey, look, I was home watching Game 7. So this didn't happen. Although we would get some devastating news on the Rory and Maul podcast when they would hop on, which they're on Sirius XM. I don't think they're on Rock Nation Management or Talent or anything like that. And Tasha K was not all the way wrong, because first, Rory would describe his experience, and he was there.
That Jermaine Dupri was throwing. And the first moment I saw him, he said, "I need you to FaceTime Maul right now." I said, "JD, we're in a club. We're at a party in a section. B. Cox, Sean, pretty women." Yeah. He said, "FaceTime Maul right." He didn't even say, "Hello, Rory." Yeah. "FaceTime Maul right now." Yeah. I give him my phone. Maul answers. JD doesn't say hi to Maul. He starts screaming in a club around women, "Pick a side of the family."
Oh my God.
And just starts screaming.
Terrifying the whole.
"What side of the family are you picking?" And mind you, it was funny in the club, but all of us around in the section were like, "What side are you gonna pick?"
Y'all are crazy, man.
You and I have not spoken this weekend.
No.
I have been at the edge of my seat, and we could do a breakdown of this freestyle first. Mm-hmm. But that's where my head is at the moment. No one wins when the family feuds. And it's your family.
So Rory's there with Jermaine Dupri, and this is what Tasha K's describing. She just didn't have all the details. So the first thing Jermaine Dupri does, they're in a club, they're in a section, And he tells him to FaceTime Maul. And then he's telling him choose a side of the family. And this is insane because why are people this pressed? That he has to be pressed on Jay-Z's behalf. Unless these people are going ride or die about Jay-Z. And to be frank, I do agree here with these guys. Like, yo, you're this guy's family. There should be an expectation that you're going to ride with Jay-Z when it comes down to it, especially when Jay-Z tosses some bars. I understand that being their expectation. But what about Maul's response? Because Rory, he's kind of just throwing it out there. He's the one that gets pressed about the situation, funny enough. And this was Maul's response on who he would choose if he had to pick between Drake and Jay-Z.
Need to be explained. What side? What side are you on?
It ain't no side to pick because it's not beef. It's not a beef. It's just two niggas going at it.
All right,
it's not a beef.
All right, hypothetically, if it goes there, you got to pick a side.
There?
I picked mine. I was with Biggs.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I might have to ride with my man Drake, man.
Over your actual family?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Oh my God.
I've defended you for so long. Things are misunderstood. Y'all don't understand.
I gotta ride with my man.
I even explained certain things to fans.
It's my man.
That looks like you don't understand. How would you
Jay,
feel?
listen, Hov is big, bro. But I'm just saying, in a frilly little fade with my man, I gotta go with my man, dog. I gotta go with my man. It ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't getting physical. It ain't none of that. But if it's a frilly fade and my man versus big, bro,
yo,
listen, man, it gotta go down.
Let me get this camera. Biggs, I'm your little brother now. I'm your little brother now.
I'm the captain now.
I'm your little brother now.
I gotta go with my man.
I'm your little brother now.
I gotta go with my man. What y'all want me to do?
I'm about to call your sister, bro.
I
That's
gotta
insane.
go with my Yates. I gotta go with my man, B. Jay is big, bro. That's big, bro. That's family. We
You
know
know
that.
why though? But let me
But
tell
my
you.
man,
No, but let's
crazy.
really dig into some shit. Like, let's really be real here. And the reason why Maul is picking the side that he's picking, because he noticed that his family won't disown him if he don't pick his family side.
Disown me? Can't nobody disown me. What you talking about?
His family loves him.
And I
won't
love- and I love my
disown
family,
him, and
yeah.
won't disown him if
But
he
if
picks
it's
his friend's
if my
side.
man, like, yo, listen, big bro want to go in the streets to catch a fade, and that's my man. I'm like, big bro hit hard as shit, yo. But come on, man.
Oh wait,
I got a root for my man.
Damaris, you're not seeing it.
I got a root for my man.
You surprised me with this one.
It's a friendly fade. This ain't gonna get like this. Ain't no beef. It's a friendly fade.
This is crazy. You could also see how badly Rory wants to get chose or brought into the circle because he's like, yo, I'm your brother now. Biggs, I'm your brother now. He's like, I would choose Biggs. It's like, Rory, you're not in a position to choose either one of these guys. What have they done for either of you? But this is the thing. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. But that doesn't mean I don't understand why from Maul's perspective. And Maul won't be honest about it. Like he says, yeah, that's my man's. Listen, family is family, especially if family hasn't done you wrong in any way. So for him to choose Drake, I'll tell you why he chose Drake. You guys remember what Rory and Maul podcast was and who was paying attention to it before the Drake-Kendrick beef and before Drake was given all this information to Maul? They were down in the dumps. You know who didn't hop on their podcast or give them any news, hints, clues, anything that could get their motion going up? Jay-Z. Or anybody around Jay-Z. You know who did help them? Drake. Drake made Maul the spotlight for what was going to come out during the beef, before the beef, and right now after the beef. So the way that Maul is looking at it, he probably won't admit this. I don't know if he admitted this later in the podcast, but Maul is looking at it like, yo, Drake, he put food on my table. He fed me. Pause on that. Not fed me, but he put me in a position where I could feed myself better. And he showed love. So Maul is looking at it like, yo, this guy's done a lot more for me than Jay ever has. Yeah, Jay might be family, he might be a distant uncle, but what has Jay done for me really? And what has Jay done for me lately? Not too much. And some people would say, like, yo, in the beginning, the reason why Maul even got to where he was on Joe Budden and all that was because his connection to Rockefeller. Listen, Maul's connection to Rockefeller is barely known by the majority of his newer fans from the past year and a half. The past year and a half, 2 years, they don't know, nor do they really care about it. It doesn't hold that much weight. But his connection to Drake is a lot stronger. So for self-preservation, he's looking at it like, hey, assuming this doesn't get disrespectful, this doesn't get to Kendrick level, and this is just friendly fade bars back and forth, I'm going with my mans, who I'm kicking it with, who's helping me, who's giving me information, versus a guy that, yeah, I guess we're family, but he wasn't even at the Roots picnic, like he said. And I think he could have been, but he's not tripping over it. And he's a loyal guy. Like, he was riding with Drake saying, yo, Drake won the beef. How did Kendrick lose? So he's been defending Drake. Drake has rewarded him before he even was defending Drake like that. And he says, that's my man's. But this does look crazy on Jay now, because I think Jay thought that Maul might, have to struggle to pick a side a little bit. But here it is. And this is even more humiliating for Jay, because Drake didn't need to drop a single bar. And I don't think Drake should respond to Jay, because Jay dropped a freestyle. Like, him just freestyling on stage should be enough for what? Drake to drop a song? What are we talking about here? He already dropped a full 3 albums for us. Jay-Z better come with some music and a dedicated track towards Drake if he wants Drake to respond. Because if Drake was up there on stage dropping a couple of bars on a freestyle towards anybody, especially one of the top rappers in the game, I promise, and you guys be honest with yourselves, you would not be saying, yo, he got to respond. No, you wouldn't. You would say, man, that guy needs to drop a track if he wants any attention. So here we got it. I don't know what spell Drake casted on this guy. Maybe it was blessing, And this is the thing, too. When it comes to people that show love to Drake, I don't think it's a situation of them getting paid. Like, people believe, yo, Drake is paying these guys. Well, the only thing he's paying them is attention and maybe giving them some information. The thing is, Drake sees who shows love to him and who already has a bias or leaning towards his side, and he supports them, and he reaches out to them, and he might send them some stuff. And he's not paying them directly, but that's going to curry favor. They're like, yo, I'm a fan of this guy, and he's reaching out to me, and he's the biggest artist in the game. Meanwhile, other people that I've talked about and supported, they don't do any of that. So, of course, I'm going to ride with him when time comes, because he's actually reciprocated the value that I've brought to him, as small as it is in regards to the grand scheme of things. So I don't think it's too shocking in the scenario and context that Maul preceded this hypothetical situation with, that he would choose Drake. But this continues to look even worse for Jay and their side. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.